I now call on the United States Congress to ban assault rifles like the one used by the sick perpetrator of this mass killing.
That was Maine Democratic Congressman Jared Golden. He's changing course, saying he now supports an assault weapons ban. This is following the horrific, deadly mass shooting in his hometown of Lewiston, Maine, that killed 18 people who were just living their lives. One thing incidents like this do, aside from evoking thoughts and prayers, is revive the dialogue about gun safety reform. It's a conversation that, frankly, we have way too often, and so far has resulted in very little action. So far this year, there have been more than 570 mass shootings, according to the Gun Violence Archive, and the one in Maine is the deadliest. As the number of mass shootings across the country rise, some lawmakers keep dismissing the urgent need for gun safety reform, insisting that this violence isn't really a gun problem. Here's what newly elected Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, had to say about what happened in Maine.
At the end of the day, the problem is the human heart. It's not guns, it's not the weapons. At the end of the day, we have to protect the right of the citizens to protect themselves, and that's the Second Amendment. And that's why our party stands so strongly for that. This is not the time to be talking about legislation. We're in the middle of that crisis right now.
When will it be the time, Mr. Speaker? Congressman Mike Johnson is not alone. This morning, Florida Governor and 2024 Republican presidential candidate Ron DeSantis was asked about what could have prevented the Maine tragedy. He repeated another frequent argument, this one that mental illness is the culprit. This is what he told our colleague NBC's Kristen Welker on Meet the Press.
So I would be more aggressive on some of those fringe people who clearly are demonstrating signs that they're a major danger to society.
To clarify, the Florida governor means he would push for more involuntary mental health commitments rather than laws that keep guns out of the hands of people who could be a danger to themselves or even others. The shooter in Maine was reportedly taken to a mental health facility for 2 weeks of evaluation. And there had even been a statewide alert to law enforcement in Maine after this gunman threatened a military base. But he was still able to buy guns before the mass shooting because of Maine's lax gun laws. This is a problem. This issue of gun violence is about mental health and it's about guns. It's not one or the other. The two go hand in hand. So I'll leave you with this reminder, folks. Every single member of the House of Representatives is up for re-election in 2024. On this show, we're going to continue to highlight how lawmakers are handling not only this issue, but every issue that infringes upon and affects the safety and rights of Americans. I urge you to find out where your elected officials stand on gun safety reform, on current legislation, on the mass shooting in Lewiston, Maine. Ask about the weapons of war that are killing our communities in the hands of people who mean to do harm. Call your lawmakers' offices, do your homework, and then it is up to you to decide whether they still deserve your vote to represent you in Congress. I also urge the lawmakers nationwide to stand up for your dang on constituents. You cannot and should not wait until a mass shooting hits your community in order to act. It shouldn't have to come to your doorstep. The gun violence epidemic, it is gripping our country more than any other. Guns are the #1 killer of our children, and there are steps that we can take to stop it.